I still remember the night I counted coins just to afford dinner. Not bills, not rent, just dinner. I sat on the cold kitchen floor, staring at my empty wallet, wondering how life had quietly slipped out of my control. No dramatic moment, no warning, just a slow, silent collapse. My name is Millie, and once I believed I had everything figured out. I worked 2 minimum wage jobs, one at a small grocery store during the day and another cleaning offices at night. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest. I told myself this was temporary, that I was building something. But what I didn't know that day was that someone close to me was quietly tearing it all apart. Back then, I wasn't alone. I had Ryan. He used to tell me, "Millie, one day we'll laugh about this, you'll see." And I believed him. I trusted him with everything, my savings, my plans, my future. I thought we were building a life together. While I worked overtime, skipping meals and sleep, Ryan handled our finances. He said it made sense. "You're already exhausted, Millie. Let me take care of this." And I let him, because love makes you blind in the most gentle way. At night, after scrubbing off his floors, I'd sit beside him and dream out loud. "We'll have our own place one day, no more struggling." He would smile, kiss my forehead, and say, "Soon." But soon never came. Instead, things started to seal off. Bills weren't getting paid on time, our savings weren't growing, and every time I asked, Ryan had an answer ready. Unexpected expense. Just bad timing. "Don't worry, I've got it under control." And I wanted to believe him, because the truth would have shattered me. Until one evening, everything changed.
It started with a phone call. Not mine, his. Ryan had left his phone on the table while he showered. I wasn't the kind of person who checked phones. I trusted him. But the screen lit up, and one name kept appearing, again and again and again. Lena. My chest tightened. At first, I told myself it was nothing, maybe a coworker, maybe a friend, but something inside me whispered, "Look closer." I picked up the phone, my hands trembling, and that's when my world quietly broke. Messages, hundreds of them, plans, jokes, late-night conversations, and then the words that still echo in my mind. "I can't wait until she finally figures it out." She. Me. I kept reading, even though every word felt like a crack in my chest. Ryan wasn't just lying. He had been taking my money, our money, and spending it on someone else. Dinners, gifts, even a small apartment for her. I felt empty. Not angry, not yet. Just erased. All those nights I worked until my hands ached. All those dreams I shared, they meant nothing to him. When Ryan walked out of the shower, he found me sitting there, holding his phone. Our eyes met. For a moment, silence filled the room. Then he sighed. Not regretfully, just tired. "I was going to tell you," he said. Those words hurt more than the truth itself. "Tell me what?" I whispered. "That this isn't working anymore." "Isn't working?" I laughed, a broken, quiet laugh. "I gave you everything," I said. Everything. He didn't deny it. Instead, he shrugged. "You'll be fine, Millie. You always are." That was the moment something inside me changed. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. The girl who trusted blindly disappeared, and in her place, someone stronger began to rise. I didn't scream, I didn't beg. I simply stood up and walked away. But what Ryan didn't know was that he hadn't just broken my heart. He had awakened something far more powerful.
The next few weeks were the hardest of my life. I moved into a tiny rented room, bare walls, a single mattress, no comfort, just silence. But in that silence, I found clarity. I stopped crying, stopped asking why, and started asking, "What now?" I picked up extra shifts, learned new skills online, managed every cent I earned, this time on my own. No shortcuts, no trust in anyone else, just me. Days turned into months, and slowly, things began to change. I found a better job, then a second opportunity, then stability. For the first time in my life, I wasn't just surviving, I was building something real, something mine. One evening, almost a year later, I walked past a cafe I used to dream about affording, and there he was, Ryan, sitting alone. He looked different, tired, uncertain. Our eyes met again. This time, I didn't feel pain. I felt peace. He stood up quickly. "Millie, wait." I paused, not because I needed closure, but because I wanted to see how far I had come. "I made a mistake," he said quietly. I nodded. "I know." She left. He added. Everything just fell apart. For a moment, I saw the same man I once loved, but only for a moment, because I had changed. "I hope you find your way," I said gently, and then I turned and walked away. No anger, no revenge speech, because the truth is, my success was my revenge, my peace was my victory, and the girl who once counted coins for dinner, she now counts her strength in something far more valuable, self-worth. So if you're listening to this and you feel broken, just remember, sometimes the quietest struggles create the strongest endings. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by those closest to you, know that you are stronger than the pain. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And remember, keep blooming. If you like my story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it.